Hi, Chuckies. Cherylyn Banty. How are you? I'm back right now with a brand new Stories Times. I know you love Stories Times. I wasn't sure if I was actually going to fucking do a new Stories Time about something what happened earlier this year, but I've had time to think about it. I've reflected a little bit, and yeah, I'm going to fucking tell you. So back in January, a couple of friends of mine, Cooper and Leo, they both live in England and they're a gay homosexual couple sort of thing. They're in a relationship. They live together somewhere really cold. I forget where it is, but I don't really actually care. But yeah, they're quite creative sort of thing. Both of them are gorgeous, but Cooper's more like a technical sort of creative. He does different film clips for people. He does the photography. You know, he loves his computer graphics games, sort of thing. And then Leo, he is like he loves to show off. He's got this big, beautiful, thick, gorgeous ass, and he does stripper pole dancing sort of thing, and you know he loves taking his clothes off sort of thing, and I love when he does it as well. So anyway, the both of them together, they were making this calendar. Leo posed for all the photos, and then Coop took the photos, and he probably did all the graphical design as well for the actual calendar with the numbers of the days and all that sort of thing. You know, nice pictures, looks like a fantasy sort of very tasteful sort of thing. So anyway, Coop inboxes me on my Instagram site and he says, we're going to fucking send you one. You know, because the both of them are obsessed with me and every certain sort of fucking thing what I do. They have been for over 10 years. They love me more than they love a lot of certain other people what's on the net. I'm one of their favourites. So they were going to send me one. And I said, yeah, I'd love one. And Coop said, well, I'm going to send it to you express so you can get it like by the end of January and you'll be able to use every single month sort of thing. So anyway, I'm waiting for it. January comes to an end. I don't get a calendar. There was nothing in the mail. February comes. February passes. Still no calendar. I get a message off Coop. He's like, well, I said, well, what? He says, what do you think of the calendar? I told him I never got it. And he goes, oh, that's a shame. You should have sent something. I'll send you another one. I said, no, Coop, don't worry about it. It's too dear. Like, don't you dare send me another one. It's all right. I will just miss out this time. And I actually FaceTimed them again because it was the time difference. I was going to bed and they were just sort of waking up. So they were sort of naked in bed together and they were just talking to me for about an hour and they were completely naked. But you couldn't see anything except there was a bit where Leo got up because he had to go and do something. So you could see everything, but then, you know, it was fun. Yeah, because they're really comfortable with me and they don't mind if I see, you know, stuff what they don't really do with other people sort of thing. So, yeah. Anyway, so this calendar, like I let it go, I move on. Come April, I'm doing one of my walks for fitness because, you know, I want to use my body, not just my fucking phone all the time. And when you get to my age, you don't look this good by doing fuck all. And that's what I'm trying to teach Desiree because I'm like, you're getting older, darling, and it's going to start showing soon. And I think it is starting to show. By the time she gets to my age, if she doesn't change something, she's going to look very different to this. Anyway, so I'm doing one of my walks and then I got to a couple streets over from here. There's this old bastard called Jack. You know, this old guy lives by himself. Like, I don't know him, but I know him. Like, we've had a few chats over the years. Nice enough. Bit of a flog, but he's fucking harmless. Anyway, so he's out the front fucking hosing his driveway for no reason at all. Like, it was already clean sort of thing. So we spark up a bit of a chit-chat, you know, and I was telling him how my daughter Desiree, she comes up with all different ways what she lets me down sort of thing. And he goes, oh, well, I've got a son. I said, oh, do you? He goes, yeah, he's a professional male model. And I said, oh, that sounds fancy. What's his name? And then he goes, oh, Jack. And I said, like your name, like Jack. He goes, yeah. I go, okay. It's quite old fashioned, the father and the son having the same name. I like that. Yeah, so then the next day or a couple of days later, whenever it was, I was just at home and I'm on google.com and I'm search for Jack Holman, and then nothing come up. Like all these things come up, but it was just sort of like nothing what stood out. So then I search for Jack Holman male model. Nothing come up. So I just thought, oh, maybe I've got the last name wrong, or maybe I spelt it wrong because I'm actually not the best speller. Anyway, a couple of weeks go by, I walk past Jack's house again. So he's out the front doing his little fucking water theatrics again. And so I walked past, I said, oh, Jack, that son of yours, the model. He's just looking at me. I said, remember you told me your son was the model? He goes, oh, yeah. I said, oh, I looked him up and I couldn't find nothing. I said, I couldn't find any photos. I couldn't find a website. I said, he's got the same name as you. He doesn't use like a different stage name or something like that. Oh, and then he goes, no, he's a male model. He's got the same name as me. I'll show you. So he goes inside and I'm just waiting there. So he comes back out and he's holding this calendar. Like the calendar. Like Leo's calendar. The one what was meant for me. I just looked at him. I said, Jack, where'd you get that? Then he goes, oh, my son gave it to me. I said, right, and your son's name's Jack Holman, isn't it? He goes, yeah. I said, right, so why does it say Leo right across the front of it? He goes, oh, that's the stage name. I said, you 5 seconds ago just told me he doesn't have a fucking stage name. So now he's got a fucking stage name. He goes, no, that's my son. I'm proud of him. So I grab it. I say, Jack, this is not your son. This is my friend, Leo. He lives in England. So he snatches it off me, runs back inside with the calendar, slams the door. I can hear the thing locking inside. I'm just knocking on the door. I said, Jack, politely, I said, Jack, give it back, mate. That's mine. It's not yours, it's mine. Nothing. I didn't hear a thing. So then I walk around and I look through the window and he's just sitting in this recliner, the one where the foot thing comes up. Sitting in this recliner holding the calendar. And then I look down, he's got no fucking pants on. Just rocking back and forth, got no pants on. So then I sort of tapped on the glass and he sees me. He hops up, he sprints off to another room, like down the back of the house sort of thing. Anyway, so I left. I went back home. I told Terry what happened, but he didn't give a fuck. He was just sitting there watching the TV. Like, as soon as it's something what involves another man, he doesn't care. And I'm pretty sure because Leo looks fucking at least 3 times better than him, he's fucking jealous. So I called up Nathan, my daughter Desiree's ex-boyfriend, Shakira's father, Nathan. So Nathan comes over and he's got his friend Mitchell with him. So I told Nathan what happened. He said, no, that's cooked. Let's go around there. So the 3 of us, we just walked over to Jack's house. So very calmly, politely, knocked on the door. Jack comes to the door. Didn't start any trouble. I just said, hi, Jack, can I see the calendar, please? He goes, I don't have it. I said, Jack, it's my calendar. Can I have it, please? And I showed him the messages from Coop saying he's sending me the calendar just to prove it's my calendar. He goes, no, that was my son's. I threw it out. I said, all right, well, where's your bin? I said, in your backyard. And he starts closing the door. And then Mitchell puts his foot in there, so Jack couldn't close it properly. So then Nathan like pushes on the door and Jack goes flying backwards like into the wall, the hallway sort of thing. So all three of us just went inside Jack's house sort of thing. We just walked inside his house. And Jack's like, please don't come in, please. But we were already inside and the boys were sort of like standing over him sort of thing. And I was being reasonable. I just said, Jack, the quicker you give back the calendar, the quicker we will leave you alone. Back and forth. I don't have it. Like he wouldn't admit it. And then Mitchell, the bloody idiot, he picks up a kitchen knife, like a big knife off the kitchen counter. I just looked at him, I said, Mitchell, put it down. You know, so he put it down. So fuck me dead, like, murder? But then Jack started to make a run for it, and Nathan sort of like kicked Jack's feet from under him sort of thing. So then he goes down, falls down, hits his fucking head on the coffee table, and I was looking at him like he was going all fucking cross-eyed. I said, you can't treat old people like that. He goes, I didn't fucking mean it. Nathan's like, no, he's all right. Look, he's moving. He was fucking twitching. Anyway, so I stayed with Jack just to fucking make sure he's all right. And the other boys were sort of like ransacking the rooms to look for the calendar sort of thing. But Jack was fine. Bit of a bump on his head, but he was all right. And then I hear, found her. So Nathan found the Leo calendar. It was wedged behind the washing machine in the laundry sort of thing. So we took the calendar, I took it back home. I said, thank you, boys. So the main thing is that I got my calendar back. Anyway, about a bit longer than a month ago, I was doing my walks, and I walked past Jack's house again. And he wasn't there, but his next door neighbour, I think it's the next door neighbour, she comes up to me and then she goes, oh, you were at Jack's house not long ago, right? I said, yeah. And she goes, oh, what was going on? I could hear it sound like there was a bit of a scene. I said, oh, it was just like a thieving situation, actually. And she goes, oh, Jack, poor thing. I said, sorry? She goes, yeah, his dementia's been getting really bad. He's been wandering the streets, doesn't know where he is. I thought, fuck me dead. You know, first Dot, now fucking Jack. Like, who's next? Pretty soon the street's going to be filled with all these fucking fucked in the head demented people. But she was telling me how Jack's sister had him put inside a demented home because he'd been going around taking people's mail, like in the neighbourhood sort of thing. And that's when it clicked. Like, that's why he had my calendar. I don't know, maybe he took my mail when he was having like one of his episodes, and in his mind, maybe he thought Leo was his son. Or who knows? He could just be fucking making the whole thing up. I know when there's people that's got certain stuff wrong with them, they can actually get a lot more money. So who knows? Yeah, so I got my calendar back. Maybe I had to traumatise an old man for it to happen, but at the same time, if he's so demented, he probably won't remember it anyway, because that's the thing with Alzheimer's. You lose all your memories. Like, there's nothing left. So he's fine. Anyway, so this is the calendar. It's absolutely beautiful. You know, he's got the body of a god from a foreign country sort of thing. Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous boy. Won't be able to show you all these because there's some of the pictures where he's got like his full-on cock and balls out sort of thing. And yeah, can't show that on YouTube. So look at that one. So yeah, it's absolutely beautiful and gorgeous. Thank you, Leo, and thank you, Coop. I absolutely obsessed with it. I look at it every single day. Yeah, so you lot out there, if they do one next year, go and get one, because it's beautiful. Lovely, gorgeous pictures sort of thing. Anyway, so I just wanted to let you all know what happened with my calendar. Thank you for listening. Please let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this stories time, and if you didn't enjoy it, well then, as if I fucking care. What do I care what you don't like? Go and watch something you do like. You don't like mine? Fuck off then. But yeah, make sure you add me on my Instagram site at Cherylyn Barnes. Like all my Instagram posts and share me on your story as well. Also, go to my net shop, CherylynBarnes.com, and you'll be able to get my different fragrances what I got, and every single one has a certain different smell sort of thing. Quite beautiful when you're sniffing all of them. Also, if you're not already, please click subscribe to my YouTube site. Or if you're just watching without an actual YouTube account, start one up and click subscribe. Because it's fucking embarrassing. Like, there's all these morons on YouTube. They've got all these subscribers, and then I've fucking hardly got anything. So it doesn't make me look too good, does it? But anyway, let's leave it at that. Big pussy kiss. And ciao for now, my chookies.
Darling, hold my hand. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. Darling, hold my hand. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.